Na? Okay. Uh, Hello, teacher. So, I am going to be making food preservation fish, Spanish style, bangus, and it's also going to be in a jar. Now, the ingredients are bangus. The ingredients, this is one of the ingredients. Carrots. Um, Also, sili. You're also going to need sili. You're also going to need salt. You're also going to need bay leaf. This is optional. Oyster sauce is optional. Olives are also optional. Now, pickle. You're also going to need a pickle relish. You're also going to need vinegar. You're also going to need garlic. Now, for the fish, we decided to remove the scales before making this. Now you're also going to need water and several measuring cups. You're also going to eventually need to sterilize the jars.
Okay.
Anyway, so the first steps are to clean the internal organs of the fish.
To remove?
To remove the internal organs of the fish. And now we're going to sterilize the jar. Now submerge it in water. Now you submerge the jar in water so that it will be fully sterilized. But if it does not fully submerge, you have to flip it around to make sure that the entire jar is sterilized. Now I'm going to now put on the lid and here. There we go.
So, anong boiling point ng water?
100 degrees.
Okay, very good. For about how many minutes mo i-sterilize?
For about 10 minutes. Okay, so now while we are waiting for this to boil, to sterilize the jar, we're going to make our brine solution.
So, first
Put a half cup of sugar. Now,
No.
I said sugar, but I meant salt. Anyway, so now, add more water to the brine solution. And now you have to mix the brine solution so that the salt will dissolve in the water. Now after the salt has dissolved in the brine solution, add your fish. Now you need to make sure to wash your hands before doing this. Now, submerge the fish in the brine solution. Now, also my cat has been meowing now. Also, you have to submerge the fish here for 30 minutes. Now, we're now going to chop the sili and olives. Now, you can also pick to not chop the olives if you want to save time. But we're going to slice this because it also tastes good this way. Now also be careful with this. Wait. Okay. Oops.
You can use the red or
Okay.
the red or the green.
Okay, now after you have peeled the carrots, we have decided to also go with the flower pattern. Now after you have now chop it. Oops, sorry. Wait. First wash it. And then put it right there. Now after 30 minutes, the fish, you should take the fish out of the brine solution and put it in a strainer. Okay, so once you have finished with the first layer of carrots, Now, after you have finished with the first layer, you need to make. Now, leave some carrots for decorative purposes at the top later. Now, all of the carrots that we have just put on the first layer, that is to prevent the fish from sticking. Now, the second layer is going to be bay leaf. Now, after that you have done putting the bay leaf, now the bay leaf is actually the second layer. Now, the third layer is going to be the chili and olives. Now, spread it evenly across. Now, after that you're finished with the third layer, which is chili, green chili, and olives. You're now going to put in the garlic, chopped garlic. You're also going to have 2 whole garlics worth of chopped garlic. After you're done with the 4 layers, you're now going to put in the fish. This is actually a very important part because this is the... Okay, so now after that you have put in the fish, now this is actually 2 fishes worth of fish. You're now going to sprinkle in okay, so now put salt and sprinkle it all across like what I said. And now you're going to add some bay leaves. Now sprinkle this, now sprinkle all of it with chili flakes. Now put in pickled relish. Okay, so now after that you have evenly spread the pickles, add oyster sauce. Now this is optional, but so now evenly spread. Okay, so now evenly spread the a half cup of vinegar. Now add the oil. Any type of oil works as long as it does not heavily affect the taste of the food.
You can use olive oil, but it's expensive, so you can use vegetable, coconut oil.
Yes. Now, you're now going to add the carrots for decoration purposes and maybe also for food purposes if you like additional cut. And then pour 2 cups of water. Maybe this might be enough. Now, okay, so now after that you have poured the 2.5 liters of water. Put on the lid. Now, remember, if you have a pressure cooker, you can do this in 1 hour. But since we don't, we're going to do this for 1 hour and 30 minutes. After 1 hour and 30 minutes, this is now the finished product. Now we're going to can it. Now, the canning is the food preservation part of this video.
How long it will last if nakakan siya?
4 to 6 weeks. Okay, so now we're now going to feed all of the fish. Remember, wash your hands before doing this. And now you have, and then put all the carrots. Okay, so after that we have put the fish inside. Sorry, we didn't put it this place. Wait. Okay, and then add some bay leaf. And then your garlic. We're also going to add a little bit of the sauce. So now you can also add the olives and continue with adding the sauce
Or oil.
or oil.
So, lahat ng water nag-evaporate na and then oil na.
Out of the water. Okay, finished product. I hope that this will taste good. And actually, yes, this will taste good because we tried it. Thank you for watching. It tastes good.
Okay. Let's see that finished product. Okay.